What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about some CD Projekt Red news, and there's really kind of two main things going around. The sales figures for Cyberpunk is kind of a big story, as well as The Witcher 4 moving into full-scale production. So they kind of did their quarter wrap-up, their third quarter wrap-up, I should say. And, again, let's start with the sales. So pretty much they say Cyberpunk 2077 topped 30 million sales, and Phantom Liberty has sold over 8 million copies. They also say even The Witcher 3 continues to sell at like a pretty okay pace. And just to stop really briefly there, just to discuss that, and we'll talk about The Witcher 4. Even for Phantom Liberty, DLCs historically kind of sell at this rate, right? When you have a game that sells, a couple million, a DLC is not expected to sell very much, right? Because only a fraction of the main player base is going to move on to play the DLC. So to get even a little bit more than 25%, which is what that is, right? And I mean, that's a huge number to sell DLC that reaches 8 million. I think a lot of games, I know of a lot of games I think would be rather happy to get just 8 million on their own, let alone their DLC getting 8 million. And then Cyberpunk, right? 30 million copies. I mean, I've talked about it before. You really just don't see a lot of games hitting that 20, 25, 30. You got the Elden Rings, you got Hogwarts Legacy. Those are kind of like the two newest entries. Black Myth Wukong, I guess, also being a new entry into that. And really, besides that, it's reserved for like Rockstar games, I guess, like The Witcher 3 as well. So it's an impressive company, and again, continues to show that turnaround. I think the game did sell well out of the gate, but I mean, it wasn't all that long ago, right? Remember, it comes out in a terrible state. It gets removed from the PlayStation Store, and so a big part of like how you can buy this game, which you imagine PlayStation digitally is probably a big seller for Cyberpunk, long term as well. You couldn't even do that for a little while. And then when it comes to The Witcher 4, they say, I'm proud to confirm that several weeks ago, the Polaris team wrapped up pre-production and moved on to full-scale production, the most intensive phase of development. We are very pleased with the progress on this project, and I wish to thank the team for its dedication. So, I tweeted and I said 2027 question mark. I saw people would say like 2028, maybe even longer than that. I mean, yes, full on production is the longest one, and it depends on the game, right? Sometimes it can take 2 years. Sometimes, I mean, like when I say 2027, I'm talking about the very, very end of the year, because I do think somewhere in that 3 to 4 range is probably, it's realistic, right? So, I mean, we're sitting here, well, they said a few weeks ago, let's pretend like the beginning of November, right? They got into it. 3 years, if it takes just full 3 years to do this full-on production, you would get to November of 2027, right? I think, and I mean, somewhere in that range, or like December, that's kind of what I was thinking in my tweet. You can move that and just say 2028. The thing is, when you start to enter 2027, 2028, 2029, you're entering the next, actually not even 2029, probably before that, you're entering the next gen of consoles. So, I would like the next CD Projekt Red game to come out on this gen. It is what it is. It's definitely a game that I imagine would get like a next gen upgrade anyway. But not too far away. I mean, 3-4 years, it can be a while, or it can seem like a while for sure. But I think The Witcher 4 is just around the corner. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on. I hope to see you all on the next one.